Alrighty, let's just do a quick check right quick. Just make sure we're coming in loud and clear. Perfect. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm your host, I Don't Even Muse, back for another exciting race in PGR League Racing here on F122. Now tonight, this is the 6th race of our season. We're going to be racing at Abu Dhabi, where most seasons end, but for ours, we decided to throw in, early in the season, change things up a bit. It's also going to be our second sprint race of the season. We got 6 of them planned for the season in total, and this is number 2. Our first one was at Coda, and now we have our second one at Abu Dhabi, so that's going to be exciting tonight as well. We're going to have a one-shot qualifying, followed by a sprint race, which is going to set the grid for the full race. Full 29 laps. But before we get into all that, we're going to have a quick interview with one of our drivers, that being Druply in the Haas. Let's get him in here. Hello. Hello. I can hear you. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check the stream, make sure you're coming through there, as per usual. Did you make sure you click the button in the party? You're still not coming through there on the stream. Sometimes Twitch is stupid like this. Do you want to just leave and I'm just gonna send you an invite back like right away? That usually fixes it whenever this happens. Yeah.
Like this, still not saying that I'm on the stream, I don't think.
Do you have it included in the party again?
Yep.
I think you're coming through there. I think you're coming through there now.
Hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. You're good now, yeah.
Alright, good deal.
So I usually fix it, and it did, so that's good. Alrighty, man, like I was saying that time to the stream, we're here on Abu Dhabi tonight. How do you feel about this track in particular? Is this one that, you frequent a lot, that's one of your favorites, or is it one that you're kind of like, let's get through this?
It's one I have nightmares about.
Is there anything in particular that you don't like about it?
The off-camber turns. Sector 3.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
There's 2 turns underneath the bridge and the right-hander right before you go underneath the bridge. Like, those 2 off-camber turns right there, like as you go underneath the bridge, those 2 left-handers are, I handle.
Yeah, I know what you mean though, yeah. I get you.
We designed a track where they wanted to bank the turns the opposite way.
Yeah. So, obviously you're new to PGR, you joined us for the season, this is race number 6. How have you felt about it all so far, like with the guys, racing with the guys and everything, and your own performance so far?
I've really enjoyed it. I'm actually able to compete up there towards the front with the top 5 guys or so, and then it's been extremely clean racing for the most part with me. I haven't had maybe one incident, and it was a racing incident, so
yeah,
I've really enjoyed it.
Well, that's good to hear.
Well appreciated that I got to join.
Awesome. Yeah, it's good to hear, man. You've made a good impression starting off. You're already up there in the drivers fighting for second place right now with Abrupt.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he's gained some on me the past 2 weekends.
yeah, because of last week and all that. But you know, uh, no one's perfect. I'm sure Abrupt and Vodka are also gonna have their off weekends too, and that's when you gotta strike.
Yep,
when
yep.
when they're
I'm
when
hoping to
they're
get to Belgium as soon as possible.
yeah. Yeah, it should be a good one, man. Now, talking about, because tonight we also have our second sprint race. Our first one was at Coda, and now we're here doing our second one. How have you felt about sprint races as a whole?
The track selection for them, I'm not the happiest with, but it is what it is. But just bad luck that the two tracks we've had, the sprint races that have been two of my. I like USA, but I'm not great at USA, so that was unfortunate. And then this track, I don't like it nor am I great at it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So USA, I ended up not even finishing the sprint, so I lost a lot of points there. And then this race, I'm hoping I can at least get top five. The only scary thing is if I do get top five and get those points, I start in the midfield in turn
Hmm.
one, which is kind of scary. This
That is very
group's not
scary.
near as scary as others, so.
That is very scary, yeah. For sure, man. And going forward in the season, you got Vodka who's leading right now. Um, do you think you're going to be able to challenge for that drivers' championship?
I think I'm gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna have to see how tonight goes, how many points he's able to take away tonight, and then Austria. I feel like I'll be able to get back up there with him. I don't know if I'll be able to win Austria, but I think I'll be able to get back there with him. But if I win Belgium, I should be able to get a good little run there. We'll just have to see how the points lay out after that.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I can't look for it. Like,
I
jeez,
got some
I
good
can't.
tracks
Yeah, I
coming up
can't
after
wait.
Belgium.
I was trying to say I can't wait for it as well, man. Can't wait to see how it all plays out. Before I let you go, before we get into our, the one shot and all that, just got one final question for you, man. And it's, you just came out of a practice session on here, messing around with the guys. Now, obviously, not everyone shows what they got up their sleeve in the practice, but who do you think's going to be up on podium tonight if you were a betting man?
I think Vodka is going to be up there. I think Abrupt will be up there. Smoke, he had a good quality test practice lap. And then I think Wooly will be up there contending too. I think he'll pull back from last week.
For sure, definitely
But
some guys to watch, I'd say.
I'm hoping I can stay in the top five is my goal for tonight. Finish the race and stay in the top five.
Yeah, secure some good points. Yeah, that makes sense, man. And yeah, we'll see how your teammate does too. He's been
Yeah.
he had a rough one at Portugal, but other than that, the other races he's done, he's been pretty good. So
He has good pace. He just needs to work on consistency. But he has good pace.
true, true. But anyways, man, I'm gonna let you go there now, so we can get into
Alrighty.
this.
Talk to you
All
after the
the
race, bud.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be talking to you after the race. Perfect.
Alright, man. Take care.
Yeah, yeah, you too. So it's Drupally, one of our drivers, driving for Haas with his teammate Red Line. We're going to get into things here now, but we're just going to look at who we got here tonight. So we have both the Alfa Romeos of Stoney and Bamadou are here tonight. CeeLo Racing is in the Williams. You might have seen him for a second in Hungary, though he didn't actually participate in the race, but Ape Master Fix is here, aka Dizzy, in the Aston Martin with Woolly Mixer. Mercedes, you got Slim and Slingshot as always. Alpine, you have Great Ace. McLaren of Firewater is here tonight. Both Ferrari, Smoke, and Abrupt are here. Greybush in the Red Bull, look like. I don't see Larry here, though. I don't think Larry is here again this week either. I don't see his name there. No, I did not see it there. But regardless, and then finally we have Vodka, who's leading our Drivers' Championship right now. in the AlphaTauri. So obviously, both Druply and Abrupt, due to connection issues, had a rough time last week in Portugal, but perhaps the two of them could come back and try to close the gap to Vodka a little bit tonight. We'll see. However, this was the final race of our season last time in PGR Season 8, and Vodka dominated it. Had like a huge gap. Not sure what the exact amount of time was, but it was a pretty sizable gap to the rest of the pack. So, yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But this is the one-shot qualifying. We'll get into it now. Anything can happen. You only get one shot. That's going to set the grid for the sprint. We're going to get it underway here in a moment. And we'll see where everyone's going to be for the sprint. Like I said, our previous sprint race was at Coda. And that one, for that one-shot quali, I believe Smoke actually started at the front for the sprint race. So he's also looking quick here tonight. So let's see if Smoke can potentially start from the front on the front row for 2 sprints in a row. That would be something to see. Here we go. I'm going to try to quickly, as fast as I can, get everything turned on. Coming into the first turn, let's see how many people invalidate who's shaping up here. And now Slim is at the front with the fastest time, dropping down though sizably after that first corner, losing a lot of time compared to the rest of the guys. Wooly moving up there a little bit, coming for the first sector. Oh, it goes really wide though, and that's going to invalidate Wooly's time. That's going to be it for Wooly. Coming at CeeLo Racing with the fastest sector 1 there, but he's dropping down, losing a lot of time there on that sweeping turn. Now Stoney actually with the fastest lap coming down the straight. But lots going to be decided here on the chicane. So people don't get a good exit on this chicane coming up here. They're going to have a real rough time. They're going to lose a lot of time on the straight through the DRS zone. And Vodka must have just had a really good exit on that chicane. Because now he is leading. Sweeping turn, that's going to decide a lot too. Some guys might spin out here. We already have Greybush is going to be starting from the back for the sprint race. He's already out. Same thing with Wooly. Wooly's going to be starting from the back because he invalidated. But now Druply, Abrupt, and Vodka, all 3 of them, followed by Smoke, all of them fighting through the final sector here to see who can get the fastest time. Who is it going to be? But Vodka Victory invalidates on the final turn. Had the fastest lap for most of that. For most of Sector 2 and 3, but unfortunately Vodka invalidated on that very last turn there. Must have just went a bit too far to the left. Sometimes you can get trolled like that, but there we go. So last time we had Smoke in a Ferrari starting from the front of the sprint race. Now we have Abrupt. So for the sprint race, the front row is going to be Abrupt and Druply. For the sprint race, just like at last weekend of Portugal, both of them were at the front as well. Abrupt and Druply. Vodka, due to having invalidated, is now going to start all the way down 12th with Redline, Wooly, and Greybush. We can see here, second row will be CeeLo Racing and Abrupt's teammate Smoke. So let's see how this all shakes up here. Stoney and Smoke pretty close in pace, followed by CeeLo, who wasn't too far behind Druply, and then Abrupt with the fastest out of everyone. But Vodka Victory, before he invalidated, clearly had the fastest pace out of anyone there. So this might be a rough sprint race for Vodka, but that doesn't mean he still won't have a extremely strong full race. He could definitely still pull off a win in the full race. But like I said, Vodka will be starting from 12th. So he's going to have to gain 12 positions if he wants to win the sprint. To anyone who doesn't know what the sprint rules are, in normal full races, drivers receive points for finishing in the top 10. However, for sprint races, it's only the top 8. So, in a way, sprint races, yes, they give extra point opportunities for people, but a lot of times if you make a single mistake in the sprint, you're not getting points. So, people got to be very careful. And here at Abu Dhabi, I imagine most people are going to just be going through it all in the mediums. People should be able to take the mediums through this entire sprint race, I believe. The softs won't last nearly long enough, but the mediums will. So I'd imagine we'll see pretty much everyone out in the medium tires. Find out here now in a second anyway. Going to be doing a quick formation lap. And while that's going on, we're just going to check. As I expected, pretty much everyone out in the mediums. However, we do have one driver who is out on the hards, and that's Bad Madu. The question, though, is did he do that intentionally, or was that, like, did he accidentally put on the wrong tires or something? I don't know, maybe Bad is feeling better on the hards. But everyone else, like I said, is going to be starting in the mediums because you should be able to take them. It's only a 10-lap sprint. The mediums can last a couple laps longer than that here, so I would imagine that they'll be able to take these all the way through, and no one should really have to pit here for this sprint race. Because like I said, if anyone takes damage, they're going to basically be screwed regardless. So but let's talk about CeeLo Racing for a second. Driving for Williams, first season in PGR. Has already had some point finishes. So he's already off to a good start, all things considered. And he was leading the race at one point last weekend at Portugal before he made some mistakes. So definitely someone to keep an eye on. Has pace, just doesn't have the absolute consistency that some of these guys at the front have yet. But he is working on it. And you can see that he is getting better and better as this goes on. But here we go. Everyone's lining up now. We're going to get things underway. 10-lap sprint race. Four, three, two, one. And it's lights out and away we go here in our sprint race in Abu Dhabi. I see the McLaren Firewater taking off there. Pulled out ahead, abrupt. Leads through the first corner. Drupally goes way wide there. Almost loses the position to CeeLo there. We already got some action going on at the back. There was a huge accident between Smoke and Slim, it looks like. Vodka's going to move on, but yeah, huge accident. Lots of damage. You can see Slim's entire wing falling off there. And that's going to be it for the two of them. Unfortunately, they're going to be all the way at the back now with severe damage. Unfortunately, didn't catch the accident there. Hopefully someone will have a clip for the stewards to view later, but yeah, huge accident there. So now it is a VSC at the moment. It appears it is a VSC. Driver's just waiting for everything to resume. Well, yeah, I'm not really sure what happened, but clearly Slim and Smoke made contact with one another there. Red line also there, receiving a 5-second penalty for a collision with Bad Madu. Did he just collide with Bad Madu that time? Under VSC? Not really sure. Again, didn't see that there. And Abrupt gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. Oh no, Abrupt must have sped up just as the VSC was ending. Oh, poor Abrupt. He's going to have to serve that in the pits now. Drupely's going to go on and lead the race. Unbelievable. Wow, so Brook's gonna have to fight his way back just like Vodka's doing at the moment. Wooly Mixer also going into the pits as well after his collision with Redline. Again, the game gave the penalty to Redline. Not really sure who was at fault there. We'll have to see the clips on that. Redline already serving a penalty next weekend at Austria. Wooly's coming out in the softs now to try to have the pace over everyone else. Smart move. Work his way back into the points. Here we go, Vodka. Trying to make a move on Bad. Coming up to the chicane here at the end of the long straightaway. Going side by side through it. Can he do it? Both of them still going wheel to wheel all the way up through the straightaway as there is no DRS. If there was DRS there, Vodka probably would have got ahead, but two of these guys still going at it here. But Vodka's still unable to make the move on Bad Madu. Drupely's still in the lead, but CeeLo and Stoney not too far behind. Oh, huge accident! Huge accident there. And it says Slim has left the session. Slim, who is the host of the session, has left, which is never a good sign. That means they might be doing a full restart. Because it looked like there was another huge accident there with Bad Madu and them there. Yeah, everyone's leaving. Looks like they're going to be starting a new sprint race. Again, I'm not really sure what caused this decision to restart the sprint race completely. I've never seen a sprint race restart happen before. We've had full race restarts, never had a sprint race restart, but I would imagine it might have to do with Abrupt getting that drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. But was that really the game's fault? Because, like, you're not allowed to speed until the VSC is completely done, you know? So clearly that's what happened. He sped up too early, but what do I know? Maybe that wasn't what they wanted to do the restart for. Maybe it was because of all the whack collisions people were having under VSC. Not really sure. But apologies, folks. We're going to have to restart the sprint race. So just bear with me. It's going to be a couple minutes. Alrighty, sorry about that, folks. We're gonna get things underway here shortly. We're just getting everyone back in this lobby. So, we can redo the sprint. It's gonna take a minute though, because we gotta get the grid order correctly reassigned and all that, so everyone's started in their proper positions. So just bear with us. So while we're waiting, we're just going to do a quick overview of our standings right now. So in terms of the constructors right now, AlphaTauri are leading with 127, followed by Ferrari 95. Mercedes and Haas both pretty close right now at 68 and 67. Then you have Aston Martin with 43, and then you have a really close fight between Alfa Romeo 38, McLaren 36, and Alpine with 35. And Red Bull and Williams in last with 22 and 14. We'll see if some of those gaps get closed tonight. If Ferrari can catch up to AlphaTauri in the constructors, that'd be very interesting to see. In terms of the drivers, like I said, Vodka's leading with 127, Abrupt with 88, Drupally with 55. They make up the top three. Then Woolley with 43, Firewater 36. Stoney tied with Firewater now after his win last week at Portugal with 36. Great Ace slotted in just between them with 35, followed by both Mercedes, who are equal at points right now, 34 and 34 for Slim and Slingshot. So you have 5 guys there who are all like 2 points between the 5 of them. It's crazy to see. And then you have Larry with 18, who's not here tonight, so he's going to get punished for that because CeeLo has 14, Redline is 12, and they're both here tonight, so they could pull ahead of Larry here now. But then you also have Smoke, who only has 7 right now, but if he has a good finish here tonight, he could also pull his way up. I'd be too surprised to see that. And then you have Tats with 4 and Bad Madoo with 2. Here we go, folks. We're going to get this back underway now. Apologies for all the delays. Especially since it's still only the sprint race. I'm sure there'll be lots of controversy to discuss after the race. Again, I didn't catch everything, so I'm not really sure what caused all the calamity that we previously had. But everyone's out in the mediums again, except for Bamadou. So Bamadou, yes, is willingly going on the hards for this sprint. So we'll wait and see how that works out for him. He was actually doing a good job holding off Vodka. Before he did the restart, so we'll see how that plays out. But here we go. Abrupt and Drupally on the front row once more, followed by CeeLo and Smoke. Is Stoney... No, he's ghosted, is he? Yes. Yeah, so Stoney has lagged out, though, so hopefully he can rejoin before the sprint starts. Here we go. Finally, after all these delays, we can finally get the sprint race back underway. Let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's lights out and we go here in our sprint race here in Abu Dhabi. Let's see. Ooh. Alfa Romeo of Stoney Stewart starting off strong, going side by side this time with Abrupt and Drupally into turn 1. Abrupt having to run wide. Stoney takes the lead, but Abrupt comes back onto the track and makes contact with Stoney. Bumping right into him just like that. Boom. Stoney Stewart has left the session once again. He's there ghosted once again. Vodka Victory and Slingshot going side by side around the turn. Dizzy here now just behind Red Line as well. Also trying to get past him. Let's take a look what's going on here. Smoke still holding 6 just behind the ghosted Stoney at the moment. Great Ace moving up into 4th in the Alpine. Dizzy now moved up in the 10th ahead of Slingshot there. Coming out of the chicane. Slingshot's fighting to take it back from him though. Let's see here now. Smoke going side by side with the ghosted Stoney Stewart. He's going to pull ahead of him. Slingshot and Dizzy still going at it there. Coming around into the 3rd sector. Slingshot takes the position back from him though. Some intense action here now. Firewater passes the ghosted Stoney. Stoney already dropping down to 7th due to his disconnects. But that would look like it was kind of rotten too. What happened to him with Abrupt there? It's like Abrupt came back on track and went right into Stoney there. At least that's what it looked like to me, but I don't know. Maybe he was already ghosted at that point. Not sure what happened there. But Vodka, in one lap, has already moved himself back up into 7th. After that DQ in the one-shot quali. Slim now also ahead of the ghosted Stoney is just falling downwards at this point. His teammate Badmadou all the way in the back at the moment. Here we go, Vodka Victory coming down the straightaway, looking to make the move on Firewater, pulls up wheel to wheel with Fire, coming up to the chicane. Can Vodka do it? Yes, he does. He makes the move, pulls ahead of Firewater. CeeLo Racing currently now in second, ahead of Drupally. Just had a purple sector that time. Trying to stay within DRS range of Abrupt. Potentially steal the sprint race away from him. Oh, but we have a spin. Smoke in the Ferrari has spun on the Latifi corner there under the bridge. So now he's going to fall all the way behind, down with Greybush and behind Greybush and Dizzy. It's a huge fall off for Smoke there, unfortunately, but he's still going to have the full race to pull it back. So it's not over. His night's not over yet. Still has opportunities, fortunately. Coming up here now to the straightaway. Unfortunately, it looks like CeeLo is still going to be out of range of Abrupt. He's not going to be able to quite make anything work there. He's still going to have to hold on at the moment. Slingshot currently using DRS just behind his teammate now, going into the chicane. Oh, but Redline in the Haas squeezes Slingshot, forces him to go off track there. Slingshot loses the position to Redline. I think he scared the shit out of Slingshot that time. And he did for me as well. Redline absolutely just came out of nowhere that time on Slingshot. Came right up in along the inside. It's crazy, man. Came out of nowhere. Abrupt doing everything he can to hold off CeeLo. Hopping back to Woolly Mixer now. Slingshot going wide, so Woolly Mixer is going to move up into 10th. But like I said earlier, still not going to be in the points though. Only top 8 are going to get points from the sprint at the moment. But we can see that Redline, who just made that a really tight pass on Sling, is now just behind Slim. We do have a yellow flag out. Looks like Badmadoo is struggling in the back there. It would appear to be. Ooh, but Slim loses control of the car. Goes off there. Real weird spot to go off there to spin, but alas, it's happened. And now Greybush has made the move on him. And it looks like Smoke just behind him in the Ferrari is looking to get by as well. But he's going to have to hold off and wait. But yeah, Slim was in the points positions that time, but unfortunately that really strange mistake there from Slim, that's going to cost him. But there we go, Woolly Mixer now moving up into 8th as well. He's going to retake 8th, moving ahead of Redline there. Would appear to be. Firewater now currently in 6th, just behind Vodka, who's just behind Great Ace. They got a little bit of a DRS train going at the moment. 3 of them. CeeLo Racing, and of course, while all that carnage was going on, CeeLo Racing has actually pulled ahead of Abrupt now. But they are coming up to the DRS zone. But yeah, CeeLo Racing has taken lead of the sprint race from Abrupt. So if he wants to win this sprint race, he'll have to hold the lead from Abrupt for another 5 laps. But here we go, Vodka now going wheel to wheel into the chicane with Great Ace, and he makes the move. Pulls ahead of Great Ace, but Great Ace pulls ahead of him. Takes it right back just like that. Good stuff between the two of them. Nothing ventured, nothing gained between Vodka and Great Ace there. Looks like Slim and Greybush also going at it through the chicane as well. Now going wheel to wheel. Coming out of the chicane with the Ferrari of Smoke right behind. Trying to get a draft off the two of them. Here you see, tight battle between the three of them at the moment. All three of them trying to climb their way back up into the points, hoping some other people mess up. We'll have to wait and see how that develops, though. Hopping back to Vodka here now, coming up. About to be going into the DRS zone alongside of Great Ace. Going to try to get ahead of him once more. Both these guys have already pretty much used up all their ERS, though. They're running on fumes right now. Here we go. Vodka going wheel to wheel with Great Ace. The McLaren and Firewater just behind. McLaren and Firewater almost bumping into Great Ace there. But Vodka Victory having to run wide there. It's going to give the opportunity for Great Ace to go on once more. Same thing with Firewater. So Vodka's going to drop down to 6th due to that mistake there. Had to do a similar thing to what Slingshot had to do earlier. And now Firewater is just behind Great Ace. And now it's his opportunity to gain a position in the coming lap. CeeLo Racing still holding lead of the race, but looks like he's now acquired a 3-second time penalty, so that's definitely going to cost him some positions. Even if he does, you know, cross the line first, he still might not win the sprint. You can tell all these guys are really giving it all they got right now. But there we go. We just saw it from the overhead angle. Greybush spinning there in the third sector, and now he's going to fall all the way down to the back. And you can see him there, reverse, trying to mess up Dizzy. Kind of a scum strat there from I Do Tattoos there, if I do say so myself. Kind of a scummy little strat where you're ghosted and you try to reverse out on track to screw over the people who are out on track. So a little bit of a scummy move there from him. Just thought I'd show that off. Lots of guys do that, unfortunately. But here we go, Firewater got DRS on Great Ace. Ooh, Great Ace locking up there. His brakes locked up. And now he's fallen down to 6th behind Vodka as well. And like I said, Greybush, after that accident there, realizing that his sprint race was over, going into the pits and retiring there. Actually, yeah, he went into the pits. Yeah, going into the pits and retired. Went into the pits and retired. Let's see here now. Abrupt. He knows that CeeLo has penalties anyway, so he's not trying to do anything crazy to get by him. He's just trying to finish the sprint. Same thing with Drupally behind in the Haas. So we could potentially, if this plays out the way it is right now, if it plays out like this, then Drupally in the Haas and Abrupt in the Ferrari will be starting on the front row for the full race as well. And they'll have gotten some points over Vodka here from the sprint. But again, it's not over just yet. You have Stony Stewart, who looks like is back in the session now, currently in 7th. Here with this whole DRS train now. Yellow flag though, DNF from Slim. Slim losing it there in the first sector once again. Slim really struggling in Sector 1. That's where he had his first spin, and now it's where he's had his second spin as well. But we also see Dizzy and the Aston Martin going off there as well in the first sector. Smoke now in 11th, just behind Slingshot. Ooh, making a little bit of contact there with the back of him, having to back off there. Hopping up to Great Ace, who's now in 7th, lost the position to Stony. But he has 2 laps, so he wants to try to gain a position back on him. So be careful, make sure it doesn't fall out of that DRS train, or else there's going to be no hope for him. You know, flagging Sector 2. Dizzy still struggling in the back. Looks like his sprint race is pretty much over as well, unfortunately. But yeah, so Slim losing it there in Sector 1 twice the sprint. Well, you know, it doesn't mean he can't have a good full race, but yeah, looks like Slim is struggling a bit here, though, tonight, here in Abu Dhabi. Oh, but our next mistake, we have Firewater in the McLaren there, was leading ahead of Great Ace and Stoney and Vodka. He was up in 5th, I believe, and now he's dropped all the way down into 8th. Redline, the Haas, has also gotten by him as well. So that's a position gain for all those guys now. Hugging back to Smoke, who's going at it still with Slingshot. So two of them are still, neither of them are still in points positions, and Smoke hits right into Slingshot there and causes them to spin out. I mean, at least it happened in the sprint. It'd be worse if it happened in the full race. I mean, neither of them are in points positions anyway, but yeah. Smoke definitely got to watch it there. That was, if that was a full race incident, that would have been a lot worse, but yeah. Smoke hit right into Slingshot there and spun him out. Not good, not good. But here we go, final lap of the sprint. Let's see if anyone's able to gain any final positions before this ends. Everyone's still fairly spaced out. Drooply having a hard time in that turn there, lost a lot of time to Abrupt. It's going to cost him, but ooh! Just as we're saying that, another huge accident there. Sling spins out again. So he's definitely not getting any points from this, but Firewater DNFing the sprint there, going off in the first sector. Yeah. So it looks like that's going to be the area that's definitely going to be the area that's going to kill a lot of these guys in the full race. Is that turn 2 there in Sector 1. It's brutal. So unfortunately for Firewater, he was up in the points for the entire sprint. For the entirety of the sprint race, Firewater was up in the points, and then just like that, he lost control in Sector 1, and he's not going to get any points from the sprint race. But of course, we still have the full race after this, but there we go, another Aston Martin losing it there. Dizzy losing it again. His sprint is done for sure. But there we go, due to penalties, Abrupt and Drooply are going to finish ahead of CeeLo. They're going to start in the front row, once again, for the full race as well. CeeLo is going to be starting on the second row again as well. So all three of these guys looking super fast right now. So that's going to be good points for all of them, though. So Abrupt is going to win the sprint. Abrupt is going to have pole position for the full race, followed by Drooply and the Haas. CeeLo is going to be on the second row with Vodka, who managed to recover all the way from 12th to 4th during that sprint. So good stuff to Vodka. That was a great 10-lap sprint for him. And great recovery from Stoney as well, who disconnected and dropped back several positions and was able to gain them back, finishing it in 5th. Coming off of his win last weekend at Portimao, at Portugal. So let's take a look at there now. Who else finished in the points? So on that third row is going to be Stoney and Great Ace. So due to people's mistakes and like Firewater, the big one was Firewater. Firewater definitely was looking to finish in the points there and didn't. That's quite disappointing for him. Same thing for Slim with that DNF there and Slingshot. Neither Mercedes, neither Mercedes finishing in the points for the sprint. Both of them having issues. Slim with the DNF, Slingshot getting hit by Smoke there. That wasn't cool, but we also had Drooply's teammate Redline get 2 points for finishing in 7th, and Wooly, who started all the way in the back at the start, managed to finish the sprint in 8th, so that's where he's going to be starting the full race. Managed to get a point from the sprint, and is going to try to climb his way up to get on the podium for the full race. But as always, folks, this is when the drivers like to take a quick little 5-minute intermission to prepare themselves for the full race. So as always, I will see you guys back in 5 minutes for the full race. Alrighty, and we're back after that quick little intermission. We're gonna get the full race underway here now. 29 laps. Let's check out what everyone got on. Let's see. Oh, we're actually seeing some guys daring enough to start on the softs. Interesting. Very interesting. So, looks like most guys opting to start on the hards, which, in my opinion, from what I've seen, yeah, it does seem to be the best call to start on. If there are no safety cars here, starting on the hards, going to the mediums would be the optimal thing. So a lot of guys are starting on the hards. So we do have a couple who are opting for the mediums. See CeeLo at the front, starting the mediums. So he might take a lead there on the faster tire at the beginning. We'll see how it goes for him. We also have Redline on the mediums as well. Bad Madu and Dizzy, Ape Master there. Though surprisingly, you have two guys, Slingshot and Smoke, going to be starting on the softs. I did not expect to see, unless there was a super late safety car, I was not expecting to see any soft tires here tonight. But alas, some guys are risking it for the biscuit. Trying to fly past some people early on, I guess. And then go on the hards for the rest of it. It's going to be tough, though, to go... they're going to have to take those softs, like 10, close to 10 laps. It's going to be tough. Unless they've decided to opt for a two-stop strategy. Only time will tell. What's going on? How come the lights aren't, what's going on with the lights? Oh, is there seriously connection issues? What the f... just happened? It's lights on way to go here in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but our host Slim just lagged out. So, here we go around the first corner. They might be doing a full race restart now, it looks like, though. Might happen, but we'll continue on anyway. Great ace there. Coming right up alongside Stoney there. Pulls ahead of him into fifth. Now he's just behind Vodka. Going to get past him as well. Slim has rejoined, though. Slim has rejoined the race. Everything has not been completely thrown off. Wooly now going side by side. Bad Madu trying to pull ahead of him. Stoney and Redline also going wheel to wheel here, as we see now coming up to the chicane with Ferrari and Mercedes. Smoke and Slingshot just behind them now. Absolute madness, absolute carnage here coming into the chicane. Holy smokes! I think the Haas of Redline might have taken some floor damage. Not sure, but now he's going side by side with Smoke. Smoke's moved all the way up into sixth, ahead of that whole group now. And there we go. We have our first DNF of the race. Bad Madu has already retired from the session. And on the first lap of the race, we already have a full safety car. And that's it. Bad Madu is out just like that. Looks like he went off there. Looks like he retired coming out of the chicane there. Must have lost control. But yeah, so just like that, less than one lap and the race is already over for Bad Madu. Full safety car. Slim is going to be at the back now after all that. Huge shenanigans now because it's shifting everyone's positions up. So it looks like this could work out for Smoke and Slingshot though, starting on the softs, because now they're going to get to have another go at everyone all bunched together. And right now, while they're under the safety car, they can save the wear on their soft tires a bit. They can save that wear so they can make it easier to make these softs last as long as they need them to. There's 14 drivers remain. Already first lap, already have a DNF. From Bad Madu. Slim has joined back to the session. He's going to have another go at it. Thankfully, not really sure what happened with his network there. Looked like he disconnected there. Now, he does like to stream at the same time while he hosts these races, you know. So that could be why that was affecting him there. Sometimes it might be best, you know, some of the other guys, that's why a lot of the guys don't stream their races, because it affects their connection to the session. So, and we got a lot of guys here tonight, so, yeah. Maybe Slim shouldn't be streaming his perspective. I don't know. What is going on with this thing here tonight? EA, man, this game. Look, all the positions getting shifted once again. Crazy, all because Smoke decided to pit already? Why has Smoke decided to already pit to the hards? Regardless, it looks like Slingshot is going to stay out on his softs for the safety car restart. Smoke's going to be, oh, what the hell? It looked like Smoke was ghosted there, too. On my screen, it says that, what is going on? It says that Smoke is still in the, it says Smoke was still in the pits for so long there. Don't know why. Everything's getting glitched again. Now it's saying that Abrupt... What is going on with this game tonight? Now it's saying that Abrupt is at the back of the pack, when that time it was just saying he was at the front of the pack. But now it's... Yeah, okay, so clearly my times are all shagged up, because now it's saying that Abrupt is like... let me try to change it, see if they'll fix it. No, it's still saying that. Right now it's still saying that Abrupt is at the back of the pack for the safety car restart. So I guess Drupely's actually leading the race? I don't know, I'm super confused now. This game has been so whack. I really think people shouldn't be, especially if you're hosting the lobby, you should not be streaming your perspective. Just my 2 cents. I'm gonna throw it in there. Trying to sound too angry, but, you know, just my 2 cents. It looks like the safety car is finally going to be coming in here now. Drupely leading the race. Not really sure what happened to Abrupt there. Don't really know why he's all the way at the back there now. Very strange, but let's go get things back underway. Drupely starting. Let's see if Great Ace or CeeLo can make a run on him, though. And now it's saying Drupely's all the way at the back. Like, what is going on with these things here tonight? Oh my god, my thing is like completely shagged up. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now it's still saying that Abrupt is leading. I don't know. I can't tell the intervals at all, so I'm just gonna... Fuck you, EA. That's all I gotta say. Suck my balls, mate. Well, here we go. Racing is back underway. Looks like for me, anyway. You have Slingshot coming right up behind Stoney and Firewater as well. All three of these guys getting hella close here. Coming in the chicane. Firewater and Stoney still going wheel to wheel. Both of them ahead of Slingshot. Let's see. It looks like... yeah, it looks like Great Ace has managed to pull ahead of Slingshot, though. Or, sorry, not Slingshot. Drooply. Sorry, Drooply. Wrong name there. Great Ace pulls ahead of Drooply. But again, it's still early in the race. Guys are going to have to be super consistent if they want to make a run here. But Vodka actually loses a position to Slim there, it looks like. This is all over the place. Again, the game is lying to me. See, adjusting all the positions once again. All shenaniganry. Now it's trying to tell me that Vodka is leading the race. Anyone's watching my stream right now, it's absolute madness. Honestly cannot tell a fucking thing that is going on right now in this race. I can't even see any intervals or nothing. They're just constantly changing. We do have a yellow flag in Sector 1, and Stoney Stewart is out of the race. Going off there on turn 1. I think things are starting to get slowly adjusted back to the proper place, but I'm not quite sure, but... Oh my god, still changing shit. But yeah, so Stoney Stewart... It's not... There's no safety car, though, but it looks like Stoney Stewart has retired from the session. He went off on turn 1 there. So... Both Alfa Romeo drivers are now completely out of the session. Yeah, just like that, both Alfa Romeo drivers are out. It's tough luck for Stoney and Bad Madu tonight. It looks like the session is extremely whack here. It's absolute madness. No idea what's going on. It keeps trying to readjust the intervals here. It's madness. I tried changing the intervals, different intervals, hoping it would fix it, but to no avail. But now we have another yellow flag that came out there. Again, I still can't tell who's leading this race. Everything is just constantly adjusting. Intervals are just constantly adjusting. But from what I can tell, like, I don't know why it's showing Abrupt off on his own. Like, I get that it says he's leading the race, but it keeps adjusting it. But there we go. We have our second full safety car of the race, because we have our third DNF of the night. Abe Master Fix, aka Dizzy, Wooly's teammate in the Aston Martin, has also DNF'd the race now, so that's going to be the second safety car of the race. So yeah, super confused as to what's going on right now. This race has been an absolute shit show right now. I've never seen anything like this in all my time commentating. Can't tell what the fuck has gone on this entire race up to this point. Everything was fine up till the first safety car. Everything was fine until the first safety car, and then once someone pitted under the first safety car, everything got shagged up. But we can see a Slingshot has now, see, like, it's saying that Slingshot has pitted, but he's still out on track for me. See, like, it says that he's pitted, but he's not in the pits on my screen there. He's just driving slowly down the pit lane. Like, what's going on? I'm going to try quitting out of the session. I'm going to try quitting out of the race and joining back and seeing if that fixes anything. I'm going to make my own call on this and try rejoining the session and seeing if that fixes it. Again, this is absolutely wild tonight, guys. Never seen anything like this, so apologies, but this is a really weird incident. I've had no idea what's happened the past 5 laps of the race since the first safety car. Okay, here we go. Everything should be fine now. Let's just make sure we got tires and all this shit enabled. Okay. So, everything's proper behind the safety car now. CeeLo Racing is leading the race. Currently ahead of Abrupt and Vodka. Great Ace currently doing great so far, though, in 4th. Like we were seeing, both Haas's in 5th and 6th. Wooly in 7th with Firewater behind him. Mercedes still not doing too great, but they're holding on, trying to get whatever points they can. 9th and 12th, and then there's Smoke and Greybush. Okay, but what we saw were not lies, though. Those DNFs that we saw were 100% correct, though. Yeah. So all 3 of those DNFs did happen, though. Bad Madu, Stoney Stewart, and Abe Master are all out of the session. So we have 12 drivers left now. Only 8 laps in, and we've already had 2 safety cars. Absolute mad race so far. But yeah, it was like the whole lobby glitched for me earlier. But we pushed on. Hopefully the rest of the race is more normal than the start, because that was absolute madness. But yeah, so going into the restart, we have 12 guys left. 3 guys are already out. And as for everyone's tires, like I said, Smoke and Slingshot only just pit for his mediums. So it looks like he's going to be going for a 2-stop, whereas Smoke just pitted for his hards already. I'm still really confused with why Smoke did that. I don't know if he had damage he had to fix anyway, so he just said screw it. That is possibly what happened. Or he just really wasn't feeling the sauce, I don't know. Not really sure what happened with him there. But here we go, safety car will be coming in this lap, and we'll get some regular racing underway once again. And let's see, CeeLo's medium tires are 7 laps old now. Let's see if some of these guys on the hards, like Abrupt or Vodka, can make a run at him here on the restart. Here we go. Racing is back underway now. Safety car is in. See how this goes. Coming up to turn 1. CeeLo still holding the lead there, it appears. Follow some of these guys back. See how they're all coming in this turn. Coming up to the straightaway here now. Just giving an opportunity for all these guys to recharge their batteries once again. They're going to start having to go on each other. We're going to have a bit of a DRS train here going once DRS is re-enabled in a lap or 2. But Wooly Mixer now just behind the Haas of Redline, trying to get past him coming into the chicane. But not able to just yet. We also have Drupally in the Haas, who's just behind Great Ace, who's waiting for his moment as well. And it looks like Firewater is really close to Wooly in the back as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and what happens there as well. Firewater, ooh, braking really late there. I have to be careful not to hit into Wooly once again, just like Baku. His mistake there has allowed some of the other guys to keep on him at the back here now. Still no DRS, so everyone's still just holding positions at the moment. Let's see. Smoke not too far behind Slim now. Both of them 9th and 10th. See, everyone's still super bunched up right now. No one can really get clear of anyone at the moment. But there we go. Slingshot goes side by side with Greybush, and he pulls ahead of him. Up to 11th. We see both Haas's swap positions there. Druply pulls ahead of his teammate Redline. Moves up into 5th. Smoke's still not too far behind Slim. Gonna wait to catch him. Next possible opportunity. Now, because Redline let his teammate Druply go ahead, Druply is once again going to be right on Great Ace, but looks like Redline has now pulled into the pits to get off his medium tires. We'll see what he comes out on, most likely the hards, but we'll wait and see. Should be the hards, I would assume. Vodka victory now, just right behind Abrupt. CeeLo is in the lead by about 1.5 seconds. However, he will have to pit soon to get off the mediums. Whereas these guys in the hards are going to keep going. Vodka now got DRS on Abrupt. Going to make a super smooth move up along the right side there. Can he complete it? Looks like he does. Vodka does pull ahead of Abrupt there. But now Abrupt's going to have DRS on Vodka. But it looks like he's still just a bit too far away to make anything happen, unfortunately. But now Great Ace. Great Ace has unfortunately been passed by Druply, dropping down to 5th. But he's not too far behind, could still make a move on him in a DRS zone potentially. Wooly Mixer, who started the sprint race all the way in the back, is now 6th at the moment, just behind Great Ace. We'll hold on with him, because it looks like Wooly is going to go for a move on Great Ace. But there we go. Firewater receives the first penalty of the race. So he's going to have that against him when he crosses the line at the very end. That might cost him some points by the end. Here we go. Wooly got DRS on Great Ace. Makes the move look super easy. Makes it look like it's nothing. Pulls up into 5th ahead of the Alpine driver. And now he's going to begin to make a run on Druply. Smoke now is in 8th ahead of both Mercedes, just behind Firewater, who got the penalties. Trying to recover his race. After the horrific sprint race he had. But there we go. CeeLo is now pulling into the pits to get off his mediums, go to his hards. So Vodka is going to take lead of the race. And this is going to be Vodka's opportunity to try to pull away from the rest, but he is going to have Abrupt hot on his heels. So let's see how long these guys decide to stay out in their hards. I imagine they're going to stay out at least 17, 18 laps. Preferably. Smoke getting DRS on Firewater now. Firewater also right behind the Alpine of Great Ace, looking to take another position. Looks like Vodka, yeah, has lost lead of the race to Abrupt. Abrupt takes the inside there, squeezes in ahead of Vodka. Good stuff to Abrupt. Takes the lead for the moment. Firewater going around the sweeping turn. Also tries to pull ahead of Great Ace. But Great Ace manages to take it right back from him. These guys gotta be careful. All three of these guys pretty close to each other right now. Great Ace, Firewater, and Smoke coming around here. Oh, but Firewater spins! Huge accident there between... Ooh, and there's a little bit of contact there between Greybush and Slingshot as well on that final turn. Both drivers made a little bit of a love tap there. But yeah, huge accident there. Firewater spinning out, taking huge damage. That might be Firewater's race in the bag there. He already has penalties, and yeah, that might be it for Firewater. But I think Greybush might have also come off bad there with that contact with Slingshot as well. But Slingshot's okay. He's moved on ahead. CeeLo's come out of the pits. He's currently in 9th after Firewater's incident there. Crazy stuff. Vodka now has DRS on Abrupt. He's going to try to take the lead of the race back. He doesn't have the gap he did on everyone here last time. Abrupt is put pedal to the metal to challenge Vodka for the win here. Abrupt wants his first win in PGR in a long time, and he wants to do his first win of the season. He wants to contest Vodka for the Drivers' Championship this season. A win here would definitely be huge for Abrupt, but he still has half the race to go. Wooly Mixer pulls into the pits to get off his hards. Only went 13 laps on them, funny enough. Little bit early, but regardless, he's going to pull into the pits. All these other guys. Slingshot still out on mediums. 8 laps old, but like I said, I think he might be doing a 2-stop. We'll see what he does. But now Firewater pulled into the pits as well. We'll see what he decides to do, if he decides to continue the race or not. But here we go. Vodka and Abrupt going side by side into the chicane. Both of them going wheel to wheel. Fighting for the lead of the race here. Side by side, but Vodka does pull ahead of Abrupt there, just barely. But Abrupt is going to have DRS to try to take it right back from him. Let's see what he does. Unfortunately, not quite just yet. He's going to have to hold on. Abrupt, Vodka taking the lead of the race over Abrupt. It's going to be a tight fight for the win here between the two of them. Wooly now out of the pits in 9th. Just ahead of Greybush. CeeLo now on fresh hards, trying to get ahead of Slingshot, who's on these older mediums. Greybush losing a position there, point position to Redline there. Both these guys had an incident last week, but Redline pulls ahead of him there. CeeLo going side by side with Slingshot, takes the position, moves up into 7th. Trying to climb back up to the front where he was in the first half of the race before he pit, where he was leading. Trying to climb back and also challenge Abrupt and Vodka once again for the win here. But there we go. For Greybush pulling into the pits now to get off his hard tires. More than likely going to come out on the mediums. Here we go. CeeLo now with DRS to Smoke ahead. Coming up to the chicane. Let's see what CeeLo does. When is he going to decide to brake? He brakes late. Pulls up inside of Smoke. Super clean move from CeeLo Racing there. Good stuff to him. Wicked move there. Picked his spots just right there. Awesome move. CeeLo Racing moves up into 6th. But he's going to have to gain some seconds now if he wants to catch up to the rest of the guys ahead, though. Though, the good news for CeeLo, though, the good news for CeeLo Racing is that everyone ahead of him still has to pit. So, he has that going for him right now. Yellow flag in sector 3, though. Drupally has spun at the Latifi corner. And he's having a horrible time trying to recover the car. Now he's all the way in 8th. On these 15-lap-old hards. He might... It looks like, yep, he's pulling into the pits. Drupally is getting off these hard tires now. They're finally starting to wear out on him. You can tell he's like, okay, I've had enough of these hards. Lost it there. Lost all those positions. He was up fighting up at the front, but he's now fallen down and is going to have to recover. He's going to be all the way near the back on his mediums for the rest of this sprint. Slingshot's still out on these 10-lap-old mediums. He's now in 7th behind Smoke. Both these guys still going to have to pit again, though. Yellow flag in sector 2. Looks like Firewater has messed up again there. Unfortunately, he's going to lose position to Drupally. Now Firewater is down in 11th. Unfortunately for him, Slingshot now is just right behind Smoke. Coming up to sector 3. I wonder how much longer Slingshot is planning on going on these medium tires. We'll have to wait and see. His teammate Slim now pulling into the pits, went 16 laps on the hards, all according to plan for Slim. And same thing with Smoke and Slingshot, both of them also pulling into the pits as well to go to their final stint, their final set of tires for the race. See how this shakes everything up here now. Once they come out of the pits. Abrupt managing to stay in Vodka's DRS range, still trying to put the pressure on him. Both of them pretty equal ERS as well. We're about the same. Abrupt with a little bit more, though, in the tank. But he is losing that gap, though. Let's see here now. So Slim has come out of the pits in 7th. As we can hop down and check out here. Yeah, he's come out of the pits in 7th, just behind Redline. And Smoke has come out of the pits in... Slim in 7th. Smoke coming out of the pits in 9th, just behind Drupally. And Slingshot is in 11th at the moment. Behind Firewater. Though Firewater, like I said, does have the penalty. And there we go. Abrupt. Pulling into the pits, making the right call, in my opinion. As soon as he started losing time to Vodka, deciding to pit. Good call, in my opinion, from Abrupt there. Same thing with Great Ace, pulling in at the same time as Abrupt. Both of them going 18 laps on the hards. Vodka's going to stay out, though. At least another lap on these hards. Maybe even 2. We'll see what he decides to do. Firewater now. Right behind Smoke in the Ferrari. Both of them going wheel to wheel here into this corner. Smoke lets him by, though. He eases off. Firewater pulls up into 9th. Though now Smoke has a penalty as well that he is going to have to serve. It looks like Drupally is flying right now on these fresh mediums, though. Currently in 8th, but he's trying to catch up to everyone else. Slim still holding on behind Redline. Oh, but there we go. Firewater has messed up once again. Firewater has messed up once again. His race is looking pretty much over now at this point. He's had a rough night. But now CeeLo Racing is in 2nd on the 6-lap-old hards. He's going to be taking them till the end. So right now, if we look at the gap, 15-second gap. So right now, CeeLo is trying to close that gap to Vodka. so that when Vodka pits, he's able to take the lead of the race from Vodka. So we'll see if he's able to do it once Vodka pits. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Slim and Redline still very close. Slim trying to be careful, pick his moment here, especially with newer drivers. You know, they're like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. But to me, it looks like CeeLo is gaining time on Vodka now. And every little bit counts to make sure he's ahead of Vodka when Vodka pits. Or comes out of the pits. Here we go, DRS zone coming up now. Slim will be in DRS range of Redline. Perfect opportunity for an overtake. Both of them. Redline is defending though. He is popping ERS. He's using up his whole tank of ERS, and Slim must notice that. He's being a good strategist here. That was a real smart call from Slim there. Instead of using ERS at the same time, he saw the gap. He realized that Redline was using his ERS, and now Slim can just wait for the next chance. And he'll probably get him second time around, because Redline probably won't have much ERS next time. So smart call from Slim there, letting Redline burn up more of his ERS. But there we go. Vodka Victory has pulled in the pits. He's coming out in the medium tires to finish the race. And CeeLo Racing has taken the lead of the race once again, just like he was leading earlier in the Williams car. Abrupt is also ahead of Vodka now for the time being in second. Both of them are going to try to catch up to CeeLo, who is technically on a slower tire. So it's going to be a fight for the win here at the end with 8 laps to go. Here we go, coming up to this DRS zone once again. Will Slim be able to make a move on Redline? Let's hold on and wait and see exactly what happens here. It's closing the gap. But Redline is defending it. Slim having to back off there. Wait for the next chance. But due to them fighting it out, this has allowed Drupally to catch up to Slim and Redline and try to get past both of them. So all three of these guys are pretty close right now. But meanwhile, we also have Wooly, who has now managed to catch up to Vodka. Currently in 4th. Super flying right now. Though, ooh, Wooly does go wide off track there. That is going to slow him down a bit. He's going to lose some time there to Vodka, unfortunately. Let's see what happens here, though. Drupally really close to Slim now. Guys trying to be really careful not to infringe on those track limits. Oh, but Redline goes wide there. Slim thinking this is a great opportunity to move up on him, but Redline super trying to defend his corner. 2 Haas's ganging up on the Mercedes here. Looks like Drupally is going to use this DRS zone to get past Slim. Just like that. Oh, bouncing over the curb there a little bit. But yeah, so Drupally moves ahead of Slim up into 7th. And now he's going to get by his teammate as well on this sweeping turn, it looks like. Oh, but we have a DNF. Firewater is out of the session. It looks like he lost it on that chicane there, and that, is that what I think it is at the front there? I believe so. That is a safety car, yep. So it is going to be a late safety car to finish the race. our fourth DNF of the night from Firewater, losing it there. It looks like he lost it. Looks like he lost it there at the exit of the chicane. Similar to how I think Stoney lost it earlier as well. So yeah, that's going to be our third safety car of the night. And this is going to shake things up drastically. Because now, the guys were gaining on CeeLo anyway. But now CeeLo... Oh, CeeLo spins though! In that chicane. And people just struggling with that chicane tonight. It's cost so many drivers their races here tonight. And it looks like it might also cost... It looks like it might also cost CeeLo his race here tonight as well. As now he's not only... He's lost positions now under the safety car to Abrupt and Vodka. Abrupt now taking the lead. But wow, rough stuff for CeeLo. He was leading there and then the safety car from Firewater coming out. But looks like the lower half of the grid have all decided to pit for soft tires to finish the race out here. Drupally, Slim, Smoke, Sling, and Greybush all out on the softs to end it. And there you go, CeeLo Racing pulling into the pits as well after his spin. Going to be coming out in softs to end it as well. Looks like, yep, Wooly Mixer also pulling into the pits. He's going to be coming out in softs for the end. But it looks like Vodka and Abrupt are going to stay out on their fresh mediums. Now that they've gotten them dialed in, they're going to stay out on them to fight for the win here at the very end of the race. It's been a super exciting race here tonight. Lots of bullshit, lots of stupid game glitches, but there's been a lot going on here in Abu Dhabi. a lot of crazy battles between the drivers here tonight. And it's really been a toss-up of who's been going to win. Like I said, CeeLo was looking good there, but that late safety car from Firewater looks like it might have screwed him over there. And his own spin definitely didn't help anything. Redline going into the pits now as well for softs. Only guys not on softs right now are Abrupt and Vodka, who are leading the race. So not only are they going to be fighting between themselves for the win, they're going to have to hold off the guys behind them on the faster tires of CeeLo and Wooly, not too far behind. But yeah, who would have thought we would have four DNFs and 3 safety cars here tonight at Abu Dhabi? Absolute madness. Guys really struggling here tonight. We're only gonna have a couple laps left of racing. But anyone's race to win here. Abrupt could definitely take it from Vodka. There's also going to be a couple of guys who are going to be looking to snag it away as well. Smoke and Redline, though, both have penalties right now. Let's check out them, shall we? Let's see. Yeah, Smoke with a 3-second penalty, but looks like similar to Baku, Redline has picked up another drive-through penalty. Smoke pulling into the pits there now for some reason. I thought he already had soft tires on. Not really sure why Smoke went in again there. He's now going to be all the way at the back outside the points behind Greybush. Not really sure what the reasoning was for that. Let's see if the safety car is going to be coming in this lap. And it doesn't seem like the safety car is going to be coming in yet, so it looks like the safety car is going to be going around for one more lap. But yeah, crazy stuff here tonight. Don't know what to say, it's just been madness. But as we can see though, Redline clearly has a drive-through penalty. So he still has to serve that, and he cannot serve it under safety car. If he doesn't, he's pretty much not going to be in the points by the end of this race. Just, you know, hopefully it doesn't affect anyone else's race with that drive-through. It looks like similar to what Smoke did, Greybush pulling into the pits once again as well. I guess to be on the freshest softs possible for the end of the race, but yeah. Like I said, everyone on the softs except for Vodka and Abrupt for the final 3 laps of the race. See, Smoke has gotten away what he did because he's had time to catch up to everyone. Let's see if Greybush can do the same. But yep, the safety car is going to be in this lap. Left 3 more laps left of regular racing before the race is over. And let's find out if some of these guys are going to be able to make a move on Abrupt and Vodka here at the end. But hey, I guess if there was a time for CeeLo to spin, it was right there, because at least that time loss has been completely negated now. Clean slate for the final 3 laps. Let's go. We're about to get things back underway here now. And here we go. We're back on. Vodka already trying to catch Abrupt sleeping. But Abrupt defending like a lion there. Keeping Vodka at bay. Everyone fair and good coming around there. CeeLo now trying to use this wide sweeping turn to set up for a move on Vodka and Abrupt. Let's see what happens here as the drivers approach the straightaway. No DRS right now, though. CeeLo racing, pulling up alongside Vodka Victory, going wheel to wheel into the turn. Vodka is putting the pressure on him, though. And Vodka still manages to just barely stay ahead of CeeLo there. Really had to put his elbows out. Looks like Woolly Mixer also trying to catch up to CeeLo here as well. Everyone's going guns blazing here. Druply and Great Ace, we're going side by side there. Great Ace still holds the position over Druply though. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Looks like Redline lost it there. He's now fallen all the way behind. His race is going to be pretty much over, especially with that drive-through penalty that he had. Smoke now pulling ahead of Slingshot, moving up into 8th. On the less burnt out soft tires. Two laps to go. Still no DRS, but we will have DRS for the final lap. Let's hold on and see. Can CeeLo pull ahead of... He's going to have another chance to have another run at Vodka here. Abrupt still holding lead of the race. We can't count it. Also looks like Vodka is trying to make a move on Abrupt. Moving up alongside him to the left. But not quite. Has to back off. Abrupt taking the line. So Vodka had to back off. CeeLo though. Vodka now has to worry about CeeLo though coming into this straightaway. Is right behind him. But still unable to get ahead of Vodka there. But now CeeLo has to watch out for Wooly. Wooly not too far behind him as well. Definitely going to be putting the pressure on him here as well going into the final lap. But here we go, final lap of the race. Let's see if anyone can get by here on the final lap. Can anyone overtake on this final lap? Let's see. Again, Abu Dhabi isn't the easiest track to do it on, but could see some moves. Abrupt is holding the lead still, trying to get his first win of the season and his first win in a long time in PGR in several seasons. CeeLo, though, is also still fighting to finish ahead of Vodka Victory. And Wooly Mixer is trying to fight to finish ahead of CeeLo, get on the podium. Wooly Mixer now going side by side, wheel to wheel with CeeLo Racing. Pulls ahead of CeeLo. We come up to the turn here. Vodka also trying to pull up ahead of Abrupt. All four of these guys going into the chicane together. Vodka and Abrupt going side by side with Wooly right behind. Wooly now moves up alongside of Abrupt. Vodka takes the lead of the race. These guys are going free wide. Wooly moves and takes the lead of the race. Goes all the way, gets almost crushed into the wall by Vodka there. Takes the lead of the race away from Vodka. And Abrupt at the last second there. Abrupt now down to fourth. Almost losing the podium position to CeeLo. Now he's fighting down for CeeLo for the podium. Both of them going side by side. But now a lot of these guys are doing whatever they can. They got penalties. Wooly has 5 seconds of penalties. Vodka has 3 seconds of penalties. As the way it stands, that means that if CeeLo cannot have any penalties, CeeLo Racing will win the race. Let's see how this plays out. Both of them were getting so aggressive there with their collisions and all that going into the wall. But there we go. And because of penalties, CeeLo Racing is going to be your winner tonight. Wow, what a race. CeeLo Racing, one of our new drivers, pulling out a win like that ahead of... You thought it was going to be Abrupt? You thought it was going to be Vodka? No, it was CeeLo Racing wins tonight, followed by Abrupt and Drupally, also going to be up on the podium there with him, due to them not having penalties. Great Ace finishing in fourth. Yeah, so it looks like that collision there. So it looks like that collision that happened on that final lap between Vodka and Wooly cost them a lot of points tonight. Both Wooly and Vodka had their elbows out, you could tell. Both of them really were both fighting for the win. And, yeah, the game gave them both penalties, and it cost them several positions. So now this is going to be a perfect... So this was a, not a great weekend for Vodka, but great weekend for CeeLo Racing and for Abrupt and Drupally to catch up to Vodka in the standings. I cannot forget that Great Ace also finishing in fourth, so that's going to give him a gap over his competitors who were all about the same amount of points as him. So good stuff to the guys. Let's take a look here now. Like we said, due to penalties, Vodka and Wooly both got... oh, sorry, I thought Great Ace got fourth, he got fifth. Oh, no, never mind, that's the weekend. Just gotta look at the race. Sorry, so, yeah, due to penalties, Vodka and Wooly got demoted down to 5th and 6th by the end of that, which is crazy. Considering Vodka's pace, as you can see there. And then both Mercedes, after all that carnage and all those DNFs, both Mercedes managing to finish in the points 7th and 8th, followed by Smoke in 9th and Greybush in 10th. But before we end things off here tonight, let's get CeeLo Racing, Abrupt and Drupally in the party here for a quick post-race interview. And I've actually just forgot that CeeLo is actually on the PlayStation, so he might not be able to join us tonight. Hello, hello.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey. So, CeeLo's probably not going to be able to join, I'm assuming, right? Because he's on PlayStation.
I have no idea.
Well, CeeLo Racing, if you're watching the stream, man, good stuff on the win tonight. Pulling that out after the mistake that happened earlier, spinning at the chicane, managing to come back and win at the last moment there due to all the carnage that was happening. But, yeah, so we got you. Here's Mr. Droop. Still need Mr. Droop. He's not seeing his notifications, I would say. There we go.
Sorry about that.
No worries, I was just saying probably not going to be able to get CeeLo in here because he's on PlayStation, but I just gave a little shout out to him that time for winning the race at the end there. Managing to stay clean of all the carnage that happened. But yeah, Abrupt, man, you had the win stolen from you again.
Well, I kind of was. I felt that I wasn't quite left enough room there.
So what?
I was pushed out
what happened
wide,
there
so.
with what happened with Wooly and Vodka? Wooly got like ran into the wall or something by Vodka. It looked like he was like sandwiched between Vodka and the wall.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Yeah, you guys were like 3 wide there, almost 4 wide. It was crazy. But yeah, both of them got penalties and got demoted down to 5th and 6th. And yeah, so unfortunate for them, but it's great for you guys because now that's going to give you and Drooply a chance to catch up to Vodka. So
No doubt, no doubt.
They'll keep that drivers' championship interesting. But yeah, lots of crazy stuff. But Abrupt, how'd you feel about your drive tonight? Did you feel like there was anything you could have done better?
I know. I thought I was pretty solid, pretty consistent. I just figured if somebody passed me, I just tried to tag along with them and stretch out a lead.
Yeah.
So if somebody tagged along with me, I figured, hell, we just hook up and go.
Yeah. But no, that's it's a shame because, like I said, like it really looked like you were gonna win there at the end, but you know, it was all madness. So anyone could have won there at the end.
I was debating on pitting or not after that last safety car, and I should have went in and got the soft tires instead of staying on the mediums. But I figured everybody behind me, if I went in, they would have stayed out. So
yeah, exactly. So you did what you could do. Still another podium for you, man. You've had a super consistent season, insane consistency. So good job to you, man, and hopefully we'll see more next week at Austria with you. But we gotta talk before we conclude things. Gotta talk to Droopily here, man. How are you feeling, man? I bet you weren't expecting the podium tonight.
I was not at all. I'm pretty happy with that. Like, I actually feel like I could have done more, but had a couple mistakes. I really didn't expect to make it back to the podium after my spin and had to change my front wing. But I tried to, Willie was coming up behind me pretty quick, and I didn't want to hold him up, so I tried to let him by, and I don't think he realized that's what I was doing, and he drove right into the back of me and gave me a little rear wing damage. And then a few laps later, I spun on those daggum turns under the bridge I hate. Damaged my wing, and I went ahead and added a bunch of front downforce to kind of offset the rear wing damage best I could.
Yeah.
When I changed my wing out, and then late safety car, I got lucky and was able to pit without really losing a position. Oh, he lost one position to red line, and he ended up with the drive-through, so I got a free pit stop for the sauce.
Yeah, but see, but it worked out. You got podium. That's how karma works out, and that's the mark of a professional right there, in my opinion. Someone who's able to keep going and not get frustrated. You know, doesn't suck about getting hit in the back 2 weeks later after it happened. Yeah, so good stuff to you, man, for keeping a level head and not getting flustered from some guys. Like, you know, you could tell Firewater seemed like a little flustered out there, making a lot of mistakes.
I was actually, if it looked for the last safety car, I don't know if I would got back up to the podium, but I definitely was on my way to the top 5 because I when I came out the pits, when I changed my front wing, and got the mediums, I was 13 seconds behind Redline and like 10 seconds behind Slim, and I already passed both of them before the safety car even came out. So I was getting it on those mediums. I actually felt more comfortable on those than the softs, I feel like, but at the same time, I only got like 2 good laps on the softs.
Right, yeah. It was a really weird race, man. I had a whole glitch that was going on at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I saw where you had to join back.
I had to join back because the intervals were all messed up, and it kept saying that abrupt, like, it would say that guys had pitted when they were still out on track on my screen. It would just show them at the back of the pack, like, going, like, super slow. I don't know, man. It was, like, the weirdest glitch I've ever seen on the game, ever.
Yeah, I was fortunate not to have any internet issues this weekend, thank Lord.
Me too,
Like,
thank goodness.
But we definitely have something going on as a group that we need to sort out. I don't know if it's because everybody's streaming, and that, like, all the drivers are streaming, or...
It definitely is.
Well, yeah, like, because I know, like, 5 or 6 of them, like, have their own stream going or something, but we need to get together and sort that out so everybody can have good, clean races without having to worry about internet connections.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, no, good stuff to you, and an abrupt end to CeeLo, who's not here right now.
Yeah, good race to everybody. Good race,
good
race
good
for
race
everybody.
Abrupt, man. You was on it tonight.
That was your try, man.
But
yeah, you had pretty good. You did pretty well yourself.
That's going to conclude things for tonight. Next week will be race 7 at Austria. I am your host, Sidonian Muse. We are PGR, wheel only, no assists league here on F122. Join us next weekend, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see you then.
Alright, take care.
Alright, cheers.
Later, buddy.